welcome to Work Life Tips with Lala. So, I hope lahat ng mga nandito, I believe na you're looking for a side hustle, especially nowadays na I believe na talagang matindi yung inflation sa atin dito sa Philippines and I guess all over the world na rin. And of course, it's not that about side hustles lang, it's not that online jobs lang. So we're also be hoping and to tackle about small businesses, travel, kung may budget tayo, and of course, yung ating health. That's why we call it work-life tips with Lala because personally, I believe, syempre, we all have to work, we all have to gain money. Syempre, hindi naman tayo mukhang pera, but talaga, to be honest, we all need money to survive. We all need money to be able for us to provide for our families. And yeah, we also have to, we need money to be able for us to get well, especially when we are sick. And yeah, for leisure, for travel, kailangan din natin yan. But, well, of course, always God first. Always make God the center of your life. Not all money, 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 but of course, again, we need that. Nagiging practical lang tayo, but not too much. Okay, guys? So, well, then, so if you're looking for a side hustle, I believe so you are in the right channel because I would be tackling about things on how you're gonna be become a virtual assistant or any kind of jobs na sa tingin nyo makakatulong sa inyo online. Okay? So, meron ding offline, of course, because, yeah, just a bit information about myself. I used to work in a corporate world for more than a decade. So, I'm a graduate of commerce. So, medyo in line yung work ko sa accounting, admin. So, currently, I am a virtual bookkeeper, property acquisition staff remotely then. I'm working remotely for a client in Australia. And then I'm also an online English tutor. So that's how I started. So siguro in here, I'm gonna be talking about how I started to become a virtual assistant or how I become baga, tips on how to help you become a virtual assistant, online English tutor, or anything that you want to earn online. Kasi lahat naman ngayon, syempre nag-evolve na yung mundo, we're going online na rin. And of course, even offline. Because, yeah, sabi ko nga kanina, I've been working in a corporate world siguro for more than 10 years. So, yun. So, masasabi ko na siguro kahit paano, makakatulong na rin ako sa inyo in a way. So, kahit sa mga liliit na bagay lang. But, yeah. So, hindi madali ang lahat. Even you're working sa physical office and even working online kasi I believe maraming nag-iisip na feeling nila madali lang yung trabaho online, but yeah, to tell you guys, lahat ng bagay pinag-aaralan. So, kinakailangan nyo talagang magpursige. So, without hard work, without perseverance, without determination, so of course, without making God the center of your life, talaga sigurong walang mangyayari. But since alam ko kayo na nagpunta dito sa channel ko na to, you are really that person. So, you are that determined. You are really that perseverant. Talagang you are that person na gusto mo talagang kumita, mag-improve man lang kahit konti yung life mo, madagdagan. I'm not saying guys no, na talagang dito yayaman ka, but kahit papano is makatulong man lang. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, hindi natin kinakailangan yung masyadong choosy, magpa-pride, or let's say, kung graduate ka ng ganito, kinakailangan talaga inline yung work mo sa ganito. But nga, let's face it, the world is really evolving and ngayon more on technical na online ng labanan. So, kinakailangan din siguro nating i-explore. So, I would also like to share my experience because siguro magfa 4 years na ako on this job. So, I'm not saying na walang problema talaga. I'm not saying na masaya. I'm not saying na magpapayaman. But at least, you could try by yourself, and at least siguro in time you could also share your experience. And then, well, before I start, I would just like to thank Jean Quizon 34451, I guess. So dito na lang sa screen i-flash ko yung kanyang comment before, because dati I used to vlog about health. And yun na nga, because I have a GERD, or what we call gastroesophageal reflux disease. So I remember I had created a content about kefir juice. And which is, yun na nga, natuwa ako kasi nag-follow sa akin, and then I see that comment, and yeah. Pero don't worry, Jean Quizon, I would really create a video about that. But for now, I guess kinakailangan mo rin siguro ng additional income. Okay, so 'di ba? We need money to be able for us to survive again. So, well, so ito na. In one, two, three, let's start. Hello, guys. So this is it. Like I've promised, so we're gonna be starting to tackle about how you're gonna be working from home. So you have to first assess yourself or self-check before you apply. Okay. So these are our contents for the day. So what are the benefits of working from home? And then how you're going to be checking yourself again, or the assessment that you have to make. And then, of course, the simple tips, which is kung ano yung aim ng channel natin. That's why we're called Work Life Tips with Lala. Okay, so let's start. So, in here, you can see the benefits of working from home based on my experience. So, I have written down five. So, the first is no need to commute for many hours each day. So, yun na nga po. I believe lahat halos sa atin naka-experience na, dahil we've been working for so long, each day, each hour. So, ako, danas ko na talagang yung biyahe ko before is siguro sa umaga. Tatlong rides kasi ako from bahay namin up to makarating sa office. So, it would take me 2 hours, more than 2 hours bago makarating sa office. And then, pag uwi naman sa hapon, pag uwian, syempre hindi pa kasama yung overtime doon minsan. So, dahil mas traffic pag pauwi, so minsan inaabot ng 3 hours. So, ganun siya ka hassle. So this is yung isa sa benefits na nakikita ko. And then number two for me is no need to rush after waking up. So, di ba po, minsan galing ka na sa work the previous day, nag-overtime ka, pagod ka, late ka nang nakauwi sa bahay. Syempre late ka na rin makakatulog, but you need to wake up early in the morning ulit kasi kinakailangan mong mag-rush. Minsan, hindi mo na rin napapansin or namamalayan na even yung health mo is also at risk. Kasi nga, hindi ka na nakakakain ng maayos sa umaga, nagmamadali ka. So, katulad ko, I have gastroesophageal reflux. So, yung acid kapag na-stress, umaangat from sa tiyan papunta sa throat. So, natural mag-iiba yung pakiramdam ko. So, yan doon na, halo-halo na yung stress. Stress din kasi hinahabol mo para hindi ka malate. Kasi, di ba, pag na-late tayo, normally, automatic meron tayong salary deduction. So, yun. So, no need to rush after waking up kasi since you're just working from home. And number three, work-life balance. So, this is the best thing. For me naman, siguro, even if you're working in a physical office, syempre, it's still up to us on how are we gonna be handling yung ating life pagkatapos or outside sa trabaho natin, no? So, I'm not saying na kapag nagtatrabaho ka sa office is wala kang work-life balance. But you still have, meron ka pa rin namang freedom, of course, to do whatever you want outside work.
outside working hours syempre. So but yun lang sa akin, comparing lang ng naka-work from home ka kasi sa physical office, you really have to be in the office 8 to 9 hours. I'm saying 9 hours kasi hindi pa kasama yung 1 hour break natin, 'di ba? And then, ah, 'pag kailangan mong, mag-attend to sa mga personal na mga bagay sa buhay mo, minsan kinakailangan mo siyempre munang magpaalam sa superior mo, sa supervisor mo. Minsan kapag talagang mas matindi yung demand ng work ninyo, like me before, nasa accounting, so especially kapag mga taxation period, income tax returns, mga gano'n, mga panahon, hindi ka talaga minsan ina-allow na mag-leave. So, sasabihin sa'yo ng boss mo, later na lang or you could have your leave before mag-start yung ITR pagpa-file or after na lang, gano'n. So, hindi lang din do'n, maraming cases minsan na siyempre dala ng trabaho, nakikiusap si boss na 'wag na muna mag-leave. So, pero 'di ba, minsan talaga may mga bagay tayo na matatamaan talaga. So, in here when I've started to work from home or remotely, minsan may times talaga na masasabi kong madali lang magpaalam. Minsan nga eh, kahit to be honest, kahit hindi ka magpaalam, kung alam mo namang nagawa mo na yung trabaho mo, for as long as you've already done your work, pwede kang sumaglit. Like, for example, yung iba, nandun lang yung school nung anak nila sa malapit sa bahay nila. So, pwede nilang ihatid, pwede nilang sunduin for as long as makakabalik naman din sila agad, let's say mga 10 minutes, gano'n. Or kaya puwede rin na, bilang isang momshi, you could just you can easily do some other task like, sweeping the floor, washing the dishes, folding the clothes, yung mga gano'ng bagay na, at the same time kasi puwede mo naman siyang gawin while on your desk, on your computer at home, magagawa mo yung mga gano'ng bagay. And then if you have your kids around, you could also look after them, no? So, yun. And then minsan din may mga boss like me, especially I'm lucky enough to have this client na talagang pagdating sa health, pag kailangan mo naman talagang magpahinga and you're not really feeling well, talagang sila pa minsan yung magsasabi na of course, you really have to prioritize yourself and your health. So, yun. Basta magpaalam lang. And then, along the way naman talaga pag matagal ka na sa kanila at alam na nila na you are really doing your job and then malaki yung naitutulong mo sa business nila, there's no reason for them na wag kang payagan na mag-leave. So, yeah. So, this is the work-life balance that I'm referring to. So, iba yung, para sa akin, iba yung percentage ng work-life balance when you're working in a physical office versus when you are working from home. Then, number four is for me, less to experience bullying and harassment. So, nasabi ko to kasi I believe before, even sa, yung sa physical office, so, 'di ba, face to face, nandyan. So, nakikita ko, meron talaga akong mga office mates na nabubully. So, we're thinking before na ang bullying is sa school lang, sa mga bata lang. But yeah, meron din sa mga professionals, especially when you're in a corporate world. Minsan hindi maiiwasan yun. So, babae sa babae, lalaki sa babae. So, may mga nabubuli talaga sa minsan nga, below the belt na, physical na, iba na yung attack or yung iba naman, sa trabaho, sisiraan ka, something like that. And much worse, especially for those female, office workers, minsan na may mga naririnig talaga ako na nafi-physical harass sila. So, siyempre sa work, when you're working from home, you would no longer experience those kinds of things kasi nga nasa bahay ka lang naman, you are free to do whatever you want kasi bahay mo 'yun. So, wala naman siguro talagang matinding dahilan para merong mangharas sa'yo kasi you're safe. Sabi nga, there's no safest place except when you are at home. And then, yun, sa bullying, hindi ko naman sinasabi na totally wala. But hindi siya gano'n katindi. Siguro kung meron man because before I've heard I have 2 colleagues before kasi I am working under an agency kahit remote worker ako but we are on a one company. So meron pa rin kaming mga nakakasamang mga office mates kumbaga or workmates, remote workmates. So sometimes they would experience na parang they feel as if na they don't belong. Minsan may ganun talaga eh, no? Kahit para during the social call, during the let's say mga town hall meetings kung tawagin, mga Zoom meeting kapag nag-gather minsan all Filipinos nga, especially me, katulad ko, hindi naman ako talaga galing sa BPO but not to ano hindi naman lahat depende pa rin kasi sa tao. Yung iba kasi dito sa online world, yung iba syempre they really very very good in speaking English and they have that accent, they have that yung iba nga British accent, merong talagang kuhang-kuha nila. So because they've been into a customer service before and they before sila nag-plunge in na mag-work from home. So katulad ko na I am working in a different setup. So, dahil nga nasa accounting admin ako, so I'm not more on customer service, hindi ako galing sa call center. So, hindi ko talaga maano na ang galing ng English ko. Okay? But, yun na nga, may iba silang naka-experience na parang yung iba daw nagko-compete especially when speaking English. But still for me, less pa rin yun compared na talagang nakaka-face to face mo yung mga tao na sa office na binubuli ka. Yun. And then the fifth one for me is much better salary or compensation. So then again, I'm not saying na po kanina na mapapayaman ka talaga but still mag add up yung yung income mo. So you could do it as your side hustle. So even if meron kang work sa office, physical office pero during weekends or Saturdays pwede mong gawing side hustle to. Okay, so yun nga, much better salary or compensation. Kasi nga, I believe ngayon sa atin, dito sa Philippines, so the minimum wage dito sa NCR is 600 plus. So, sa tingin ko, pag kinocompute ko, talagang minsan talagang kukulangin yun, especially if you are working na minimum wage ka, no pay pa yung iba. Nakikita ko talaga ta's siyempre kung marami kang anak or kung marami kang responsibility sa buhay kahit single ka, sa tingin ko talagang kulang siya. So, minsan nga sapat-sapat lang, talagang gipit-gipit. So, you no longer have that life. Yun na nga kasi again on number three, we want that work life balance. So how could you have that balance kung more on work ka lang? So ang baga more on survive mo lang is yung pagkain mo. Minsan tinitipid mo pa. So in here, so talagang makakatulong for me. Nakikita ko. So kung ayaw nyo namang iwan yung work ninyo sa office, pwede kayong mag-side hustle kasi may mga clients naman that they would accept you working for them on a weekends. Yung iba naman is like yung when you want to become an English tutor. So, pwedeng-pwede siya anytime, any day, any hour. So, along the way, on our next videos na paparating, iisa-isahin po natin yan and I'll gonna be introducing you ah, and helping you na para at least man lang, 'di ba, ma-try niyong mag-apply. Okay? So syempre din, to add up, hindi ko nasulat, but magbi-build yung self-confidence mo. So isa ding plus factor 'yun. Kasi syempre, sa Philippines, more on tayo-tayo lang mga Filipino, syempre. So, when you're working from home, of course, expected na kinakailangan mo rin talaga na makipag-usap sa mga ibang lahi. So, you'll get to understand, you'll get to adjust to whatever man ng merong culture meron sila. Basta first long as you always have to remember na respeto lang. You have to respect each other's cultures and beliefs, no? So hindi na naman natin pwedeng ipilit sa kanila kung ano yung atin, hindi rin nila pwedeng ipilit yung kanilang paniniwala sa atin. Basta importante, you are there working professionally. It's because gusto sila, naghahanap ng clients sa Philippines dahil kailangan nila ng tulong sa business nila. In a way, tayo naman, they also need them kasi we wanted to augment our income. And also na rin, hindi lang kasi more on pera yung ang sabi ko nga eh. Makakatulong din ito to help you build your confidence, to help you know more about the things na kinakailangan mong i-update sa sarili mo. Because 'di ba, um, the world is changing so fast and we need to upgrade ourselves this fast changing technology. So ito nga tuturuan ko rin kayo ng mga ibang nalalaman ko patungkol sa mga tools and applications that you would really need and it's very essential para maging isang virtual assistant or maging isang remote worker na earning naman ng higher salary compared to what we normally receive here in the Philippines. Hindi ko naman sa minamaliit yung ganun. Pero talagang sa more than 10 years ko talagang nakikita ko na may difference yung salary natin, no? Especially when we're working on a private company. Yung iba nga, narinig ko din pala, madagdag ko lang, yung iba nag-try sila, before tinry muna nilang mag-part-time and then they had decided to go on full-time working from home. Bakit? Kasi yung iba, una nga, tinry muna nila, every Saturday lang sila nagwo-work from home during their free time or kaya pag-uwi nila sa bahay from work. Pero later on, they realize yung kanilang salary na nakukuha sa work nila dito sa Philippines, sa mga companies. So, let's say sumahod ka ng 15.30. So, yung akinsenas na sahod mo, na-compare nila is mas malaki pa daw yung kanilang salary dun sa part-time nila every night online or even dun sa part-time nila during weekends ng iba yung Saturdays and Sundays na part-time nila sa client working online. Mas malaki pa versus dun sa 15.30 na nakukuha nila. So they have decided to have this job on a full-time status. So yun nga, marami kayong mga ibang mga channels dito sa YouTube na mariringgan ng stories nila and they have also started on that kind of thing. Sa akin naman kasi, I've started dito dahil for personal reason. That was the time when my mother got sick and then sumabay si COVID-19. So, nag-iisip na kasi ako before COVID-19 pa na madagdagan yung income ko. So, I decided na to watch videos. Meron akong isang video na napanood before and she's been my mentor sa native camp before. So, sabihin ko na. So, si Ma'am Mary Jane. So, thankful ako ang dami niyang naituro. So, dun ako unang talagang natuto. And then, nagsunod-sunod na. May iba na rin akong naging mentor pagdating sa pagiging English tutor. So, hello, Miss Red. So, hopefully, someday, somehow, mapakinggan mo 'tong ano or mapunta ka dito sa channel ko. So, thank you so much. And yun na nga. So, again, these are the 5 things for me that could really boost your longing na mag-try working from home. Okay? And of course, as you can see from the picture, so makikita nyo na you could always uh, working wearing your PJs or pajamas. So, hindi mo na kinakailangan pang umaura-aura talaga ng bongga. Minsan pagising mo sa umaga, yun na. You could directly turn on your computers, your laptops, and then start to work. Ganun. Okay? And here, we're gonna be going to our self-check or assessment. Okay? First one on my list here is ask yourself if you are ready to learn and update yourself with various skills and online tools. So, sa pag-online job po kasi dapat aralin mo muna ang mga online tools. Marami tayo. And then, una rin, you really have to know what is your niche. So, let's say, for me nga, graduate ako ng management accounting, so more on that road. So, ang niche ko is more on sa admin and bookkeeping. Yun yung mga pinapasok kong trabaho dito sa online. So, I'm applying sa mga clients to work for them as their admin or general virtual assistants as they say or bookkeeper yung gumagawa ng lahat ng mga nitty-gritty nila when it comes to their finances. So yun yung niche ko. And then minsan dinadagdagan ko na kasi kahit papano mahilig din ako sa mga designs. So since yun, si Canva, if you, I know, marami na nakakaalam kay Canva. So, before, yung mga clients talaga, yung especially nung pandemic, maraming mga nagha-hire ng mga remote workers here in the Philippines from the US, Australia, even China, Taiwan, Singapore, marami. So they're looking for talented Filipinos na magaling mag-design. So ang laking bagay na meron kang alam sa um, sa Corel, sa Canva, and kung ano-anong klaseng pang design tools. So, yun po. Again, you have to identify what is your niche, kung saan yung forte mo. Kung hindi ka naman makapili, you might as well want to try na mag-explore. Mag-explore, ito nga, ng mga tutorial videos sa YouTube. You could also enroll in some other seminars, yung mga workshop, mga gano'n. So, ang dami na ngayon. So, marami po kayong mapagpipilian para matuto at ma-update yung sarili ninyo sa mga skills na kailangan ninyo online. Okay? So, kung yun din, don't also forget na kung galing ka sa physical office, I know for sure that you're already good in using the MS Office like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and syempre, you really have to also know na pag online ka, nandiyan na rin yung katumbas ng Excel which is yung nasa cloud. So you have that Google Documents. Kasi yun na nga, we are living in a very fast-paced world so maraming applications na need yung malaman. And ito pa, dapat yung English natin ay medyo okay naman, no? I'm not saying that you really have to become 100% very good in speaking English kasi even naman yung mga foreigners is hindi naman sila masyado particular sa grammar. So for me, based on my experience, I'm not neglecting the grammar because napaka-important yan, especially when you are writing in English sentences and paragraphs. Pero minsan, yung tinatawag nilang conversational English. So, sa Australia kasi even yung mga clients ko, they have what they call Australian slang. So, hindi mo talaga sasabihin na talagang tama yung grammar, right? So, the very important thing is that you know how to speak English and then you really have to understand. You know what you are saying, you can understand what they're trying to say. Kasi importante 'yon. Kasi baka mamaya iba yung intindi mo sa sinasabi nila o dun sa trabaho, sa instruction, iba yung ginawa mo. So, normally, mali na 'yon, 'di ba? So, you're not giving them a good impression na. So, but again, uulitin ko, hindi need na kinakailangan you are very, very good in speaking English. Not unless po talaga na you're applying as a customer service representative or more on yung trabaho mo is yung talagang nakikipag-usap ka talaga sa kanila. So yun, on that part, masasabi ko na talagang kailangan mo talaga na maging magaling sa English. Minsan, you need to have those accent. Pero kung sasabihin ko ulit, maraming online jobs na hindi kinakailangan na you're really good in English. Okay? For as long as you can speak. But for me, in my case, again, first ko kasing work dito is I am an ESL tutor. So, English as a second language. So, kinakailangan natin yon. And then, isa pa pala, before I forgot. So, hindi naman kasi talaga lahat ng client natin here, when you work online or when you decide to work online, ay talagang more on, ang gagaling nila sa English. So, ako, I have a client before na Indian, may Chinese, Japanese, yan sila. Hindi talaga rin sila ganun kagaling mag-English. So, siguro by on that kumbaga area, minsan kung ganun yung matagpuan mong clients, is hindi ka naman siguro mahihirapan masyado kasi even themselves, hindi rin talaga sila magaling mag-English. So for as long as you can understand each other, wala pong problema dyan. Okay? And then the second one here is to know if you can work most on your own with or without a mentor or a coach. So, sa akin kasi, kung kaya mong magtrabaho, 'di ba sa corporate world, 'di ba? Madalas may kasama tayo, may kausap sa isang department or may katabi ka sa cubicle. But when you are working from home most of the time, ikaw lang at wala kang mapagtatanungan. So, ang BFF mo or ang best friend mo is si Google, eto, si YouTube, YouTube tutorials, or syempre, minsan si client mo na rin at yung ibang mga kasama mo sa group mo, if you have that group working on the same client. So, sila yung makakatulong mo doon para mapagtanungan mo. Okay, so minsan may supervisor ka like me, I have right now, since again, I'm working under an agency. So, yun. So, if you are under an agency or working on a virtual remote pa din, meron kang mga, tawag nito, meron kang mga leaders or sometimes we call it pod leaders, minsan naman team leaders, yung mga ganon. So, kung naririnig nyo na yung mga ganong term. So, yung iba naman, simply, meron kang human resource department na puwedeng mapagtanungan or talagang meron lang talagang naka-assign for you as a staff or a member nila to help you out and understand, and minsan 'pag merong mga issues, sila yung nakikipag-coordinate between you and your client. So, may mga gano'n. So, along the way ma-explore niyo po 'yan. So, 'yun. Pero kung gusto mo talagang mag-start as a freelancer na you're not working under an agency, so I guess and I believe nandiyan si YouTube, nandiyan si Google, nandiyan yung siguro puwede ka ring magtanong sa ibang mga kakilala mo before at yun na nga, study talaga most of the time. And yun na nga, 'wag ka ring mahiya na magtanong sa client mo if they're very much open to give you trainings kasi marami ding client na nagbibigay ng training, okay. And so, yun. And one thing na medyo mababawasan pala, mention ko na lang, is your social life. Kaya yun siguro isang disadvantage for me, pero naisip-isip ko magagawan mo naman ng paraan along the way. So, if yes or check ka sa dalawang nabanggit ko, let's move to the next self check assessment. Okay. So, here we go. So the third is if you are willing to give up your OOTD. So if you like dressing up. So if you're that someone who likes to dress up or put on some makeup sa mga girls or pumorma sa mga lalaki. Although I know medyo mababaw, pero may mga kilala ako at naririnig ako na di nila kaya i-sacrifice na hindi sila pumorma everyday, especially sa mga singles dyan, okay? Ok, may mga gano'ng tao. So, hindi natin sila puwedeng pilitin. So, yun eh. So, dito kasi again, 'pag naka-work from home ka, napaka-relax. So, 'pag relax ka, talagang wala ka talagang kaarte-arte sa katawan mo. So, yun. Dito, baga feeling mo nasa year 2020 ka pa or hanggang 2021, yung tipong naka-lockdown tayo lahat. Pero yun na nga, again, sa hirap ng life ngayon, 'di na mahalaga yun for me. At kaya usually mga momshies ang very willing to work from home para maalagaan nila. At the same time, yun na nga, they could take good care of their family, their kids, and somehow yung mga small businesses nila. Okay. So, number four, you really have to know how to handle rejections. Okay. So, this is a very good thing na ma-emphasize ko sa inyo. So, you may be the sweetest mango or apple, but remember, not all like mangoes or apple. So I have my own story to tell you about this. I've been a lot of rejections. I've been through a lot of meron na rin yung ibang mga sabihin na natin ang medyo bullying in a way, di ba? Kasi minsan may it be sa work or personal, part po ng life natin yon. So before, nang mas younger pa ako, di ko matanggap as in hindi talaga. But as I mature or as we mature, you will learn at hindi lang naman sa online work nagkakaroon ng rejection, especially sa labas. So, lagi lang po nating isipin is, for me ito, meron tayong apat na R. Reset, refocus, readjust, and restart. So, as many times as you need to. So, just never, never give up. So, again, remember, reset, refocus, readjust, and restart if may mga rejections ka na talagang marireceive along the way. And again, wag yung isipin na wag ka masyadong ma-down, it's part of life. Kasi dun tayo natututo, dun tayo magiging strong, at dun natin mas masasabi na talagang confident talaga tayo to face all the challenges in life. Okay? And next, so we have here is to know if you are ready to take on cultural challenges remotely. Okay. So siguro tanong mo muna sa sarili mo if alam mo ba ang kultura ng gusto mong maging client. So gusto mo ba ng American client, European, Japanese, Australian, Chinese, Indian, etc. Napakarami. Ako, sa naalala ko, I have handled Chinese, Taiwanese, Thailander dun sa pag-online teaching ko. Meron pang Brazilian. So far mababait talaga sila, 'no? Pero although minsan meron ka talagang may counter na ano, pero very, very seldom. Siguro medyo lucky enough lang ako nung i-English tutor ako and even up to now naman kasi minsan nag-i-English tutor pa rin ako pagka may time ako. And then, kung sa mga clients talaga na yung working ako for my bookkeeping sa property acquisition admin sa work ko is, yun na nga, meron akong naging client na Canadian, ngayon Australian, before taga Iran, so Iranian, meron din akong Indian, and yun. Pero mostly talaga Australian. I love them so much. So, merong minsang mga ano, may mga indifferences pero napa-patch up naman. So yun, going back. So you really have to know the culture. So minsan kinakailangan mo ring aralin kung ano yung kanilang mga kumbaga mga traditions nila para at least maka-sink in ka, kung hindi man maiwasan mo. Okay? So, may mga way po tayo papaano i-handle 'yan. Kasi kahit naman nagtatrabaho ka sa opisina, 'di ba? Iba-iba kayo ng ugali. So, minsan nandun yung salitang pakikisama. Okay? So, dito sa online gano'n din. Mas matindi nga kasi meron kang mga bagay na dapat careful ka kasi hindi sila gano'n o kaya dapat may mga bagay na masanay ka like yung very simple lang na sa kanila, walang ma'am, walang sir. So you just have to call them on their first name, gano'n. And then never never really have to talk about or to say yung patungkol dun sa mga belief mo, okay? So, gano'n lang, sa trabaho lang kayo. And then kung sila naman mismo ang mag-open up about sa mga personal na mga bagay-bagay sa kanila, much better. So, ibig sabihin nun, nagkakaroon na kayo talaga ng connection at nagiging komportable na rin si client sa'yo. So, kasi 'di ba, hindi lang naman ikaw ang maging komportable, gano'n din sila sa'yo. Dapat ma-feel din nila na they are also having that confidence and convenient din sila bilang isang ano nila, staff nila. Okay? So, yun na nga, may mga certain words talaga na inappropriate. So, never, never use those. And itatakla natin yan. Promise. And then, the sixth one and the last one sa akin sa ngayon dito sa ating presentation is to know if you are ready to invest in basic work from home equipment or tools. So, unang-una, kinakailangan talaga very basic, of course, you really have your internet connection. So, preferably po, wired connection. Yung pinakamababa siguro kasi sa mga gustong mag-start as an ESL tutor is pwede ng at least 25 Mbps. Kasi doon ako nag-start eh. Nung una nga cellphone lang eh, nung pandemic. Yung data ng phone ko. Pero syempre, ginawan ko siyang paraan kasi syempre hindi mo maiwasan na mawawala yung connection mo. So, mas magagalit si client. Makikita mo na talagang disappointed sila. So, yun din, basic. Mag-apply ka na to have your internet connection at home. At medyo siguro sa ngayon, marami ng mga features ang bawat telecommunications company. So, piliin mo na lang kung ano yung pasok sa budget mo at kung ano yung sa tingin mo ay need na makakapagtrabaho ka ng walang interruptions kay client mo. Okay? And then, you need to have your backup power supply. So, recently, di ba, ang daming mga brownouts. Kanina lang, na-experience ako ng brownout. So, nag-fluctuate yung kuryente for mga 5 minutes. So, minsan, what if nandun ka sa trabaho mo, sa work mo, talagang matindi na, tas hindi mo na save. So, syempre, you need to have that backup. So, kung nasa meeting ka with your clients, nasa Zoom meeting kayo, biglang nag-brown out, so pwede ka makabalik agad if you have that backup power supply. But first, siguro, sa umpisa, no need naman talaga na bumili ka agad-agad. So kapag nakaipon ka na, nakasahod ka na, pwede mo nang unti-untiing bilhin. Okay? And of course, your PC or laptop. Ako, nag-start ako yung RAM ko at least 8 gigabytes. Yung specs ng aking ano is Windows. Pwede rin naman syempre yung iba, yung medyo mahal, yung Mac computers. Yung processor mo siguro right now, I guess it would be better if you have at least i5 or i7 yung processor. And then, yun na nga, headset. You have to have your headset. Lalo na kung medyo slang talaga yung client mo. So, marami kang distractions na maririnig sa environment mo, 'di ba? So, maiirita sila sa sa'yo. At the same time, ikaw din, para mas marinig mo sila ng klaro, okay? So, you really need it. You really need it even if you are a bookkeeper. Kasi may mga pagkakataon talaga na kailangan mong marinig ng klarong-klaro, may clarity yung lahat ng mga sinasabi sa'yo. And even if you're watching this video, di ba po, mas maganda na you have your headset. Okay? So, kung kaya naman na ng budget in time, you can buy a noise cancel with yung headset na may noise cancellation. So, and of course, your working desk and station. Pero hindi talaga kinakailangan na bumili ka agad. Kasi ako po, nag-umpisa ako sa sirang yung computer before, yan yung lagayan ng computer dati, yung may slides. So, sira-sira na. So, pinagtiyagaan ko po yun for almost 2 years before ako nakabili ng mga table. And then, even yung aking headset before, wala siyang cancellation. Ganun po nag-start. And then, yung aking computer before, laptop, nangarag-ngarag lang siya talaga. Hanggang sa unti-unti, nakapag-invest naman. Okay? So, yun. So, these are the 6 tips or the things that you need to ask yourself kung talagang willing kayo to have your additional income, to have your side hustles, if you want to focus na rin talaga fully, full-time, maybe full-time or part-time working from home. Okay, and then we also have here, I just wanted you to remember lang, okay? So you have to be resourceful, you have to be detail oriented, you have to be determined, you really have to have that determination and hard work. And also, kahit medyo shy ka, you really have to build your confidence, okay? Subukan mo, walang mawawala. And then lastly, if meron ka na ng lahat at may client ka na, always, always be grateful sa lahat ng mga blessings na dumadating sa buhay mo. Kasi very important po yan sa atin. Okay? So, I shall say good luck. So, kapag siguro medyo okay ka na sa mga tips na 'to, you are good to start to apply now. So guys, hanggang dito na lang muna yung video natin and I hope, um marami akong nabigay sa inyong tips and more pa. More tips to come pa rin. So, again guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and please comment down below. I really need it para at least mas open ako for that. Para at least mas mag-improve yung ating video. And if you want more, if you have some suggestions, please comment down. See you on my next vlog. Bye!